sports. It's in the game.
Hey, yo, fresh out the fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rate now. Need cheese, cash app, and more PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm gonna break down. Flow water, big drip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take wow. Big bones, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my teens. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. And can you hear the sound of hysteria? The subliminal America. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation, where everything is meant to be okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones I'm meant to follow, but that's enough to argue. Well, maybe I'm the America. I'm not a part of a redneck agenda. Now everybody do the propaganda and sing along at the age of paranoia. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation, where everything is meant to be okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones I'm meant to follow, though that's enough to argue.
We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. about ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Denver. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now this time they'll look to throw. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Once again, it's Chubb. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go with Chubb. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Now Chubb. That's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 4. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Running is Chubb. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Nick Chubb, touchdown Denver. His 12th touchdown of the year. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his second miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Stroud gonna throw right away. Now a deep ball here for Collins.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Third and 9.
South.
Stroud. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. 1 quarter in the books. 6-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. So on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. Now fair catch called for and taken, and that sets them up in outstanding field position.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Chubb. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Chubb. And he is going to have the Broncos' 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. The rookie from Tennessee looking sharp with that throw. He gets his guys a first down.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Broncos. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos extend their advantage to 13-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. And this is gonna end up way short of the landing zone, so that's gonna move the ball up to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. He'll let one go down the middle. And the Broncos are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. The veteran Danico Autry brings him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now give to Chubb, running right. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He's going to have a Broncos first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop him.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. 19 Lions. Go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Go! Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw yet again. To the goal line and in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
First and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. He's going to look downfield once again.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then they say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
On play action, Stroud again working deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Here's Tommy Townsend now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
They send Sutton in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Set. Come 19. Come 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos able to add on. It is now 27-0. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Right, Tony. Hey, uno.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. So we come to halftime here in Denver, and the Broncos are out in front. As we send you to Orlando, going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Here we go on the return from the 1. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. It'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone at the 21. The veteran Danico Autry brings them down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They face 2nd down and 7.
Get up. Check go.
They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
On the quick, right?
Now, faking the give. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Strong. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Go.
On the zone read, they hand it to Chubb. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Chop 60, chop 60.
Back to throw. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And the Broncos, 1st down.
Here we go, Shaq.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready.
And he's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They'll go right back to Mixon.
Joe Mixon on the carry. A gain of 7. First down, Texans.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Now, Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll run with Mixon. Woo! And they'll take this down inside the 35.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10.
All right.
Here's Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
All right.
They'll run here with Mixon. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans cut into the lead a little bit.
Texans 7.
And give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Going up top. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Jones. And the Broncos will take over here just past the 30.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say it to him like that, have my with him like
ice cream with Shanti playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.